Okay, so we're going to talk real briefly about Java syntax, and we're going to write some code. The first thing about Java is it's case sensitive. So it's very important to pay attention to what you're typing and make sure that you know what you're typing. So these two words would have different meanings in Java, even though they're the same word. Because of the capital H, Java would interpret them as two different words. Class names, as we talked about, they need to have the first letter being capitalized, and then the first letter of every word after that also being capitalized. Method names need to begin with a lowercase letter, and then the first letter of every word after that being capitalized, if there are other words. The program file name needs to match the class name exactly. So it's very important that you save your file under the same name that you name the class name as. And then every Java program needs to contain a main method. The program processing starts from the main method, and it's a mandatory part of every Java program. So first and foremost, let's talk a little bit about the main method syntax. This is just something, unfortunately, you're going to have to remember. So you're going to need to write the word public, then the word static, then the word void, and then the word main, followed by an open parentheses, string capitalized, open bracket, close bracket, space, the word args, all lowercase, close parentheses, an open curly brace, enter, and a close curly brace. This is the syntax for every main method, and unfortunately you're just going to have to memorize it for now. We will get into later what everything means, but even if I explained it, it wouldn't make any sense right now. So let's go ahead and use this main method and include it within our first program. So remember, every program has to have a class, so let's create our class. We're going to create a public class, and let's name it My First Program. Again, following the conventions we just learned about. Now classes, after the name, need to be included in curly braces. So everything within this class needs to be within curly braces. The problem is our main method right now is out of it. So let's just delete that curly brace and put it down here after the main method. The other convention, or it's not really syntax, it's just kind of for readability, but something that really needs to be followed, is you need to indent subsequent lines. So since this main method is within this class, my first program class, it needs to be indented, and it just makes it easier to read, and you'll understand the more that you write code why that it's easier to read. So now within the main method, we're going to learn our first command. Again, don't forget to indent anything that's going to be inside that main method. We're going to learn the System.out.println command. What this command does is it basically prints text to the console, which again is this area down here in the IDE, or if you were running it in the command prompt, it would be the text that's displayed to the user. So let's go ahead and just type our command. Again, it's system with a capital S .out.println. So this right here is telling the computer that I want to print a line to the console. In order to do that, whatever you want to print needs to be contained within parentheses and also within quotation marks. So let's say you want to write your name. Hello, my name is Tyler, and you're excited about writing your name, so you're going to put an exclamation point there. Now if you remember, I told you that every statement needs to end with a semicolon. So it's very important that you don't forget those semicolons. If you're like me, you're going to get compiler errors that tell you forgot semicolons everywhere. You'll get better with it the more you write code. So if we were to go ahead and compile this program, the first thing it's going to do is tell us that we need to save the file. It requires a named file. So yes, we want to save it. I'm going to save all of my programs for now in here, and then it's got, again, has to be named exactly as the class name. So since the class name is my first program with M, F, and P capitalized, this has to be my first program with M, F, and P capitalized. So we'll save it. it compiles correctly according to JGrasp. When you compile in JGrasp, you get this first line that says it's compiling, then it goes through a period of time, then it compiles, and if it does so correctly, you'll get this message. If it does so incorrectly, you'll get an error message here. So right now this error message is telling us that it cannot find the symbol called VO5ID. That's because I typoed. So if we remove that 5, try to compile, it will compile correctly, telling us that it's ready to run. And then this little icon right here will run it, and you get printed to the console, hello, my name is Tyler, which is what we wrote in our line here. Pretty cool, huh? So you've essentially written your very first Java program. You have a class, you have a method, and you have a statement. Congratulations. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and move on to the next one.